Good afternoon, everyone. Hope I am visible and audible.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Good
Audible,
afternoon.
sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Uh,
afternoon, sir.
so, guys, so today, we are over here to understand, how to be an analyst and the process. The reason I started this all training is not to basically teach you any courses. This training or maybe a mentorship was something that I want my students, maybe my mentees, to work with me on a daily basis. The things that I've done on my in my career in the last 10 years, how to be an analyst. See, even I suffered it when I was even after completing my MBA CFA. I wasn't able to get into research roles. Now it is not because that I lack knowledge, or probably I was not knowing finance. Finance तो आ रहा था, MBA finance किया था, CFA भी किया था, तो finance तो आ रहा था. But the question was, why you need to be an analyst? So it's not something that you have to, just because you are MBA, just because you are CA CFA, तुमको research में job मिलेगा. It takes something additional out of you to get into this kind of roles. Courses attend करके, there are a lot of courses in the market. Financial modeling है, equity research writing, equity research report writing. सब लोग reports बना रहे हैं, सब लोग models बना रहे हैं. So how are you differentiating? I will say that 25-30 students in the batch everyone should be different. ऐसा नहीं है कि सबके सब सेम रिपोर्ट बना रहे हैं. Because what I've seen in other classes, या जो भी, मैं भी प्रोफेसर हूँ, I know, when I give some tasks, सब एक ही फॉर्मेट में होते हैं. But this is not what I wanted from you guys. The purpose is to help you get placed with my contacts, थोड़े बहुत contacts है, या फिर कोई industry knowledge है that can help you get placed into research roles. So entirely we will be focusing not only on studying curriculum and all. ये तो बहुत basic है. See, किस किस को आता है, किस किस को नहीं आता है. जिनको नहीं आता है, okay, I will teach them that you don't know specific stuff, basic finance, but that's totally fine. But what you do after the training sessions matters a lot. तुम ट्रेनिंग आओ या मत आओ, प्रोबेबली, बट अगर मंडे को तुम आ रहे हो तो मे बी मंडे पूरे दिन में कुछ ना कुछ करके दिखाओ, सो दैट यू हैव प्रूव दैट यू हैव अटेंडेड द ट्रेनिंग. ट्रेनिंग के तो वीडियोस, ऐसी वीडियोस तो वैसे भी बहुत सारे हैं मार्केट में. चाहिए था तो मैं भी तुमको ना वीडियोस देके बोल सकता था कि वीडियोस ले लो, ट्रेनिंग सेशन अटेंड कर लो, एंड देन आ जाएगा तुमको. माई पर्पज इज नॉट टीचिंग यू. अगेन से, माई पर्पज इज टू गिव यू एन एक्सपीरियंस, एंड वो एक्सपीरियंस तभी आएगा जब तुम सामने से कुछ करोगे. तुम मेरे आके सिर्फ ये भजन सुनोगे तो कुछ होने वाला ही नहीं है. ऐसे इधर मुझे भी कभी कभी मेरे सेशन सुन के बोलता है कि अरे मैं क्या बोर कर रहा हूँ. बट वो बोरिंग चीज तुमको कब अच्छी लगने लग गई, if that thing is not, if you're not liking those boring things, then probably analyst बनना is very difficult. मतलब I have seen, मतलब I have been into this position, फेल हो चुका हूँ, 8-10 इंटरव्यूज एट अ स्ट्रेच फेल हो चुका हूँ. पीपल वे स्टार्टेड डाउटिंग मी, तो CFA क्लियर भी है क्या? आई वी हमको लगता है कि तूने किया ही नहीं है. सो दे वर आस्किंग मी, तुम्हारा सर्टिफिकेट दिखाओ. MBA भी किया है कि नहीं, मतलब कौन से कॉलेज से MBA किया है, हमको नहीं पता कौन से कॉलेज से MBA किया है. सो ये सब चीजें मेरे साथ भी हुई है. इट्स फेयर इनफ, होता है मार्केट में. वहां से ही मैं सीखा. इवन आफ्टर 5 years में रिजेक्ट हुआ था. ऐसा नहीं है कि फ्रेशर फ्रेशर तो हुआ ही था. 5 साल बाद भी मैं एक बार रिजेक्ट हुआ था, 2-3 बार रिजेक्ट हुआ था इंटरव्यूज में. बोलते कि यू स्टिल डोंट नो हाउ टू डू एन एनालिसिस. बट दैट विल हेल्प मी, मेक मी अ टफ गाय. नाउ purpose, what I want you guys, Monday I will give you a schedule. So Saturday Sunday weekends पे 3 to 5 there will be a training. Unless cancelled, training will be every day. तो will not send you link on a daily basis. जो अभी लिंक है उसी में रोज आना है. If there's any change, we'll let you know in the group. All communication will be there in the group. वो EM13 का जो group है, EM13 3 to 5, in that group everyone will have the access of recordings. लिंक्स वहां पे ही होंगे. कुछ पूछना है तो वहां पे पूछो. पर्सनली तुम टेक्स्ट कर सकते हो अगर कुछ पूछना है तो, दैट्स टोटली फाइन. फिर मंडे को 10 to 11 देयर विल बी अ कॉल, मंडे टू फ्राइडे. अनलेस कैंसिल रोज ही होगा. सो रोज मत पूछना कि सर आज है कि नहीं कॉल, वो रोज ही होगा, बिकॉज मार्केट तो रोज चालू होता है. आई डू दिस नॉट फॉर द पार्ट ऑफ द ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम, जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड द मार्केट्स. मुझे भी समझना है तुम क्या कर रहे हो, तुमको कुछ पढ़ रहे समझ रहा है कि नहीं तुमको, या सिर्फ पढ़ने के लिए पढ़ रहे हो. बिकॉज न्यूज पेपर रीडिंग इज द वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट एन एनालिस्ट शुड डू. एनालिस्ट छोड़ो, फाइनेंस, अब मैं तुमको फाइनेंस सीखना है तो न्यूज़पेपर नहीं पढ़ रहे हो तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं है तुम्हारे न्यूज रीडिंग का. तुम्हारे फाइनेंस का कुछ मतलब ही नहीं, नो वन विल इवन हायर यू. 10 to 11 you come and present. अच्छा, before 10 you are supposed to post something on LinkedIn. वो जो तुमने लिखा है आर्टिकल, वो मैं बता रहा हूँ कैसे लिखना है. वो आर्टिकल तुमको लिंक्डइन पे पोस्ट करना है 10 बजे के पहले तुम्हारे आईडी से, एंड टैग मी. मेरे दो आईडी है, तो यू कैन टैग बोथ द आईडीज, सो दैट क्या होगा, मेरे भी फ्रेंड्स है, मेरे भी कलीग्स है, वो देख रहे कि स्टूडेंट्स आर के एडवाइजर से कोई कुछ कर रहा है ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. पीपल आर डूइंग समथिंग दैट इज अप्रिशिएटेड, कि कुछ ना कुछ कर रहे हैं. एंड दैट आई विल टेल यू कौन से न्यूज लिखने होते हैं, क्या फॉर्मेट में लिखने होने चाहिए तो तुम पहले मुझे भेज दो, आई विल रिव्यू इट एंड देन यू कैन पोस्ट इट ऑन द लिंक्डइन. बट चल जाएगा, थोड़ा बहुत स्टार्टिंग में मिस्टेक्स होता है, देन यू कैन ऑलवेज चेंज इट, रिप्लेस कर सकते हो, वो भी न्यूज एडिट कर ही सकते हो. सो इट इज नो पॉइंट. बट 10 बजे क्यों भेजना चाहिए? बिकॉज ना सबसे ज्यादा सोशल मीडिया इंटरेक्शन 10 बजे होता है, इफ यू नो. 10 बजे और 5 बजे. तो मैं तो बोलता हूँ 9 बजे ही करने चाहिए, बिकॉज एज द मार्केट स्टार्ट्स तुमको न्यूज देनी है मार्केट में कि क्या चल रहा है. पोस्टर ऑन लिंक्डइन, मुझे भी व्हाट्सएप पे टेक्स्ट करना है. द सेम थिंग यू प्रेजेंट इन द मॉर्निंग कॉल्स. वहां पे बाकी के क्लास के भी स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, वो लोग थोड़े शायद से तुमसे एडवांस होंगे, तो उनको सुनना वो लोग कैसे बात कर रहे हैं. ऐसा मत करना कि सर वो लोग ऐसे बोल रहे हैं, अरे हम कब पहुंचेंगे वहां पे. ये ओपन फोरम है, सब अपनी अपनी बातें से रख रहे हैं. यहाँ पे कोई एनालिस्ट नहीं है, सब स्टूडेंट्स है, सब मेंटीज है. मैं भी एक स्टूडेंट ही हूँ, मुझे भी रोज मार्केट में क्या हो रहा है नहीं पता होता है. तुम लोग से पता चलता है कि क्या हो रहा है. आई रीड न्यूज पेपर्स, शायद से मेरे से कभी न्यूज मिस हो जाती है, सो टोटली फाइन, तुमसे भी कभी हो जाएगी. इसके लिए देयर इज एन ओपन फोरम कि 10 15 20 लोग कॉल पे आके दे स्टार्ट टॉकिंग. 1 घंटे का कॉल होता है. एनी स्पेसिफिक डाउट्स यू कैन, एक दिन पहले मुझे बोल सकते हो कि सर मुझे एक डाउट है, जो भी डाउट होगा रिलेटेड, तो यू कैन वी कैन कनेक्ट आफ्टर 11 AM, मतलब कॉल पे ही कनेक्ट होंगे. बिकॉज वंस आई लीव द प्रॉब्लम इज मेरे दूसरे भी क्लासेस होते हैं, सो आई वोंट बी एबल टू अगेन फॉलो, मे बी सॉल्व योर डाउट्स. तो जो भी डाउट्स है 10 से 11 के बीच में विल सॉल्व, जो भी आता है. आइदर फर्स्ट विल सॉल्व द डाउट, और उसके बाद 11 बजे के बाद कॉल खत्म होने के बाद डोंट लीव द कॉल. मैं हमेशा पूछता हूँ एनी डाउट्स. यस, दिस इज बिकॉज आई हैव सीन कि मॉडलिंग में, रिसर्च रिपोर्ट राइटिंग में बहुत सारे डाउट्स आते हैं ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, बहुत सारे डाउट्स आते हैं. तो इसके लिए आई ट्राई टू कनेक्ट विथ यू ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. कोई भी डाउट्स है तुम पूछ लेना, रुक मत जाना कि सर ने अभी तक सॉल्व नहीं किया है. फिर होता है ना कि तुम डालते हो, मेल करते हो या पोर्टल पे डालते हो, फिर तुम्हारा डाउट सॉल्व होता है. सो दिस ऑल थिंग्स आर रिफ्रेन फ्रॉम डूइंग इट. Okay, Lakshman. So probably try to try to ask me the doubts on 10 to 11 only. After that, probably I might not be accessible. I do go to colleges. Probably I will not be able to even pick up the call. Someone from my office might pick up, but he might not be able to solve your doubts. 10 to 11, I am available almost on a daily basis, Monday to Friday. You can ask any doubts. Okay. Then on again 7 to 8, probably Vidya ma'am. She's a corporate trainer. She takes your training. Basically talking in English. How do you pronounce? How do you write? How do you present yourself? What are the things necessary to talk while getting into an interview? All communication, soft skill development. If you have done anything from a daily basis, morning to evening, go try to present them in the evening. I will tell Vidya ma'am, or you also tell ma'am, I have to present something. Please write in the group. Vidya ma'am is also there in our group, EM13. So if you have anything to present, पहले ही बोल देना that I have to present something on in the evening. Recommended. ये सब classes है ना, all these classes, apart from weekends, Monday 10 to 11 and evening, Monday to Friday 10 to 11, Monday to Friday 7 to 8. This classes is where you speak. Because listening will be a one-way conversation. And I probably don't like it. Ki only I am speaking and you are listening. It never helped me in my life. Online, plus we are online. So obviously there is no interaction. So I try to come, face to face at times. In the evening, probably Vidya ma'am tells you to open the camera. Those who are not available, try to attend. Because those recordings are not available, because it's normally a one-to-one conversation. So it doesn't make sense to record those things. Morning calls will be recorded. Weekends calls will be recorded. As this is recording, right? This is also recording. Yeah. So weekends training, I will send all the details in the group once the the G Drive or maybe the classes are when the classes starts. Everything I will brief you on the group itself. Where are the videos? Links, probably all the links are in the group description. So please have a look at the group description. I keep on updating it. कुछ भी update होगा तो it will be in the group description. Okay. Fine. अच्छा, any doubts before we start? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So should we start?
So I have a doubt. Like you said, आप newspaper discuss करते हैं daily morning from Monday to Friday.
Yes.
Which newspaper would you recommend us? Like ज़्यादातर आप किस newspaper से news बोलते हो?
I will tell you. Okay. I will just वही बता रहा हूँ अभी in the class.
Okay, sir.
So Lakshman, just wanted to ask you. We usually talk in English and Hindi. Do you completely don't understand Hindi? Because there are students, who.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Lakshman.
Yes, sir.
Do you completely don't understand Hindi?
No, sir, I will not understand.
Oh, okay. So Lakshman, there
Sir,
might
I am,
be.
I am also, sir.
You don't understand Hindi?
No, sir. I
Sorry.
understood a little bit about to understand.
Sorry, I didn't get you, Ganesh.
Sir, I little bit understand, sir, Hindi.
If you don't understand, just let me know, okay, sir, what is asking, because others don't. Everyone don't have that kind of English fluently, so they speak in Hindi. If you don't understand, just text me, sir. I'm not able to understand this. I probably
Yes,
will
sir.
speak in English. If I use some Hindi words, if you don't understand, just let me know. That, sir, I'm not understanding. Please repeat in English. You can
Okay.
write in the text box. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Fine, Lakshman.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Others I cannot help. Okay, they will ask in Hindi. But if you don't understand anything that I'm speaking, you can just let me know. Okay, write in the text box. Okay. So guys, the first thing that we do is reading newspapers. Yeah, so Alan mentioned what should we start? Where should we start reading newspapers? So there is specific ways how you read newspapers. So I recommend, if you want to write, just keep it with you. I recommend Economic Times, Financial Express, Economic Times, Financial Express, Business Standard, Business Line, and Mint. These are the 5 newspapers that I read on a daily basis, almost on a daily basis. I'll tell you how do I read it. I have subscription for all. Usually Economic Times and Financial Express, you get it for free. No need of having subscription for it. Okay, Business Line, Business Standards, sometimes on the Telegram channel you get. So I had a link of Telegram channel, but somehow it is not working now. So Business Standard and Business Line, if you want, probably you have to take a subscription for it. I do have, but it takes time, for me to download and then sell it. It is like 30 MB file every time. So I don't download it. I watch it online. I do it online only. Mint, also you get it. Business Line, Business Standard, Mint is okay if you don't get it. It's totally fine. Economic Times and Financial Express are fair enough to start with. Okay. If you have a Telegram channel, anyone, those who know that if you get something on Telegram channel which is available for free, do let me know, because the channels which I was a part of it, now they are not accepting other requests. So probably you might, I don't know any Telegram channel. If anyone knows, please, post in the group. Now, where you get that Economics Times? So first is Google. There is e-newspaper. Sorry, daily e-paper. Okay, daily e-paper. Google it. The first link, daily e-paper. You go on the first link, it'll open like that. You can also open it on your mobile phone. Scroll down, you see Economic Times. There is Economic Times. Financial Express is also there. But download. Press download. See, Economic Times you get after 7 a.m. If you come down, yeah, come more. See here, you get download now. So today is 21st September. So I will download. When you press it, it automatically gets downloaded, and you can download from here as well. You can keep it with you. Download. It's getting downloaded. Okay. So you will get it. You can also download it in your phone. This is how you get the PDF. Okay. Now there is one more thing. Okay, this is Economic Time. Here I download Economic Times. You can also download Financial Express. Now Financial Express you can directly download from the website. Financialexpress.com. See that? Financialexpress.com. The financialexpress.com, press this 3 lines. Okay. And then e-paper. Not today's paper, e-paper. Okay. So it's all free. And then it's fine. Delhi, Pune, Lucknow is totally fine. Whatever the first is, you can download it. All papers are almost the same. Click on it. Again, yes, see, download option is over here. You can download the option. Okay. Okay. Download full page. Download full paper. The paper is downloaded. Okay. So now how I read newspapers, I read it very quick. And this is what I've learned over the past few years, that how to read newspapers quickly and what to read it in. What to read in the newspapers. You just cannot take the newspaper and not start reading it. It will take more than a day to read the entire newspaper. Okay. Now, usually recommended is first page to you read. Whatever it is written, just read. Very important. I had this habit of reading newspapers on a daily basis. I used to read newspapers for almost 2 to 3 hours on a daily basis. 2 to 3 hours on a daily basis. Now what I want you guys to read is first page, fine. It's up to you. Reading is up to you. Recommended to read the first page for every newspaper, at least Economic Times and Financial Express. Now, you will see over here, always now there is some pure politics. You see heading. You will see this in every news in this Economic Times. Pure politics. Again, bottom line, this is also politics. If you go down, deep dive, I will open a weekday newspaper because weekend newspapers are a bit different. I will open a weekday newspaper, show you. 7. Okay, I will open the 17th newspaper. Usually Sundays, you don't get a lot of news, but recommended to read. So Monday to Friday, Saturday rather, the format is almost the same. Front page, not this front page. For your information, this says, sir, I read the news today. Not this front page. Okay, now there is no, okay, the front page might be somewhere down. Yeah, see, this is the front page. Okay. Recommended to read each and every line. I used to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning and read this. So now 4 a.m. you don't get the newspaper. Probably 7 o'clock. The free one comes at 7 o'clock. But if you have the subscription, 4 a.m. obviously you can get it. I had all the subscription. It is hardly 3 rupees, 4 rupees per day. Say 9 rupees. I'm sorry. But if you take a subscription, it comes to around 4 rupees per day. So it's recommended if you are serious enough to get the subscription. 4 a.m. only, if you are paid subscription, only you will get the newspaper at 4 a.m. Recommended to read this. Okay. I'll show you the concept of how the paper Economic is. Pure politics, you see, it's pure politics. So we don't have to read this. This is useless from a financial point of view. Pure politics, avoid. Edit page, it is irrelevant. Sometimes it is something about the country, someone, see who wins the Nobel Prizes, mental hygiene. So it's like random stuff. The important is over here. Economy, macro, micro, and more. Talks on bank lends and more than 10,000 crores corporate loan. So always you find something about the economy, something which is happening in the economy. This is also recommended to read this page. First page, this macroeconomic page. Again, see, 2 pages are there. Recommended. Now this is not important. Sports. And now it comes about the companies. JSW Neo frontrunner to acquire staff card, HP hydropower unit, strategic reserve needed across crude value chain, Mumbai police to squeeze IndusInd former CEO and deputy CEO. Can I say this is also listed? This is also listed company. This is something about the value chain. Now, when you choose a news, the news should be specific to a company. So we'll have a heading to it that, process on how should you read the news. When you read a news, probably when you select a news to read, it should be probably of a listed company. Okay. And how you understand it's a listed company? Listed company means if you find some company's name, always Google or use a website called Screener. We use this often. Screener.in. You can log in. If you log in for the first time, it looks like that. Probably create a login page of your own. I have created this. And I'm logging. Okay. So always search the company name over here. If the company name is not coming, it means it is not a listed company. So just check whether this is listed. JSW Neo. JSW Neo Energy has emerged as a front runner to buy. Okay, let's find JSW. It is not listed. JSW Leo is not listed. So avoid taking such companies. Any news. You can read it, but while writing it, you don't have to take all this news. Second, okay, Mumbai police. Okay, IndusInd bank is probably listed. IndusInd. Yes, I know. IndusInd. This bank is listed. Okay. So what is the market cap is 57,000 crores, 57,900 crores. It means the company's value is worth 57,000 crores. Those who don't know what is market cap, number of shares into the current price. The current price, if you do this number of shares, you will get probably this answer. 744 into number of shares, that is 77.9. That gets you 57,000 approximate number. If you have only this, let's say 57,994 is the total value of the company. And what is the current price? The current price is 744. It means the total number of share is 57,994 divided by 744. Probably the number of shares, 779. You see? So your number of shares finding is that easy. If anyone tells you how to find number of shares, you can go to Screener and you can easily do it. Okay. Means those many stocks, 77 crore, 77.9 crore stocks are listed on the market, and each stock price is 744. The entire value of the company is around 57,900. Okay. Now, when you read a news, probably it should be a listed company. First part, whenever you select a news, it should be of a listed company. Okay. Framework for newsletter. What is the framework for newsletter? First, when you read a newspaper, start reading a newspaper, find a company which is listed on the NSE or BSE. Okay, that's totally fine. Usually prefer NSE. Okay. Second, you should be, when you select the company, you should be familiar with the words, with the products of the company. You should be familiar with the products of the company, its pricing. See, yeah, its pricing, its competitors. You should be familiar with its product companies, with the products of the company, pricing of the products, and the competitors. Now tell me, okay, if I choose this news of IndusInd Bank, can you tell me what does IndusInd Bank sells?
There are all the banking products like insurance, loans, current account, saving account, demat accounts.
Okay, fine. What is the price
These
of
are
that
the
products? What is the price of the product?
sir. It varies, sir. Like insurance, it has every insurer has their own premium. So
No. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the pricing? Go find, Google it, find. And what is the difference between insurance that IndusInd Bank sell and what is the difference between insurance that a state bank sells? Do you know the difference?
no, sir.
Can you find it?
Yes, I am finding it.
No, you cannot find it. You cannot find the difference because insurance is almost the same.
Yes, sir. Because there are some plans. Because
Yes.
yes, I have worked in Kotak Mahindra Bank, so I am saying
Yeah.
may
So all the
expenses.
plans. And probably does IndusInd Bank works on selling insurance or selling loans?
So both, sir.
What is the major part? What does a bank do? Sell insurance?
Sir, nowadays they earn more of the revenue from income, sir. So from insurance, sir. Banks nowadays, like they earn more of their revenue from insurance, and
Acha.
loans is like their
Alan,
asset
one
side.
second. Alan, 1 second. When you say such kind of things, always backed by data. When you say more insurance, give me a data of IndusInd Bank, which shows that the revenue from insurance is more than the revenue of interest. Do you have data?
No, sir.
So all these things that you say, I will straight away reject you for the interview saying that if you are in the bank and have the bank started for insurance? Bank
No,
is
sir.
you give loans. No? That is why the bank was
Yes,
started.
lending and deposit main purpose.
Lending and
was
depositing
that.
is the main purpose of a bank. Insurance selling, your mutual funds, it is a byproduct of all those things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please get your general knowledge right, because banks doesn't sell only insurance. Majority of the revenue comes from their loans. Okay. So obviously, if you are not familiar with the products, its pricing and its competitors pricing as well. It's competitor pricing as well. Don't choose a company to read. If you want to read, it's fine, but not to write. So when I say present a news, this all useless things you should not present in the morning call. Because when you talk about any of the news, I will straight away ask you the second question. Do you know the company? See now.
So I have a doubt. As you have mentioned about the JSW new, that we should not, because it is not listed, but it's a wholesale subsidiary of my JSW Energy, and out like major of the revenue comes from the JSW new only.
Yeah,
So how
okay.
we will identify that that company may affect my listed company, so that news would be relevant which industry we are looking for.
See now, Ayushi, that's what I don't want to get things complicated because you're just starting it. Why you need to complicate things? Just read simple news, which comes and which the products are listed on the market. And even if I ask you what does JSW Energy does? JSW Group, okay, it's a part of JSW Energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what does JSW Energy?
So they are into renewable. Yeah.
What are the products of the company?
So they are in the energy sector, renewable and the non-renewable. Like they have the solar plant, wind, and this thermal plant to generate the energy. So
What is the price?
So like they have the plan to extend it by 30 gigawatt, but right now they have 13 gigawatt installed capacity.
If I
out
want to buy 1 gigawatt, what is the price?
so the like 1 megawatt generates around 1500 megawatt hour energy per year. So for the 1 gigawatt, you can say it would be 15 lakh.
50?
15 lakh 15 lakh megawatt per year.
Okay. Who are the buyers?
So we are all the buyers, like industrial and the household, from everywhere the electricity like we use that's come from them, and they are the major part in the Rajasthan. So they're third.
What is the difference between JSW Energy and Tata Energy, or maybe Adani?
Power. Okay. So Adani is wholly into my renewable energy, but this uh, JSW is in both renewable and
No.
renewable.
When you said renewable, na 1 gigawatt, what is the difference between JSW selling the gigawatt and Adani selling the gigawatt? And also tell me, you said it is in Rajasthan. Which company does it sells in Rajasthan?
No,
Who are the people?
every company is there, but JSW, the major plant of the JSW is in Rajasthan, the Behrman. There's
So
one.
how many gigawatts are sold in Rajasthan?
So in terms of thermal, it was I think 1080 megawatt. For the
Okay.
solar plant also, it's one of the bigger plant is in Rajasthan only. It's around 1000, in the line of 1000 only.
And how much revenue does it generate?
So as of now, their revenue is in
No, out of that 1000 gigahertz, how much revenue it is generating?
so 1080 gigawatt. So per gigawatt, they assume it's a three per. So they call it tariff. So 3 rupees per kilowatt.
Who
So
are the end consumers?
the industry and the household, the energy which generates, that's come from them.
So if Adani is there, so Adani का energy अलग होगा and JSW का energy अलग होगा.
No, no.
So the point is, I was coming on to it. If you
Hmm.
cannot distinguish between two companies, okay,
Hmm.
at the start, it becomes very difficult for you to defend yourself in the interviews that why JSW Energy is good and why Adani is not. Okay, that is the purpose. If you cannot distinguish things, so that is why I said that if you don't know the competitor's pricing, its product, better avoid those companies. For reading it, totally fine. I'm not saying it is bad. Read karo, but when it comes about analysis, you don't even know who are the end consumers. Can you forecast the growth rate of JSW Energy? How it will grow? Why will Adani? Why will people not choose Adani? You are selling it is coming from renewable and non-renewable. Do you even know how much renewable, how many plants they have? Who are the end buyers? What is the competition in that? Do you buy? Given a choice, do you have a choice of buying JSW or Adani? What will you choose? There are answers to it. But we don't know it. As a general, as a human, we don't know it. General knowledge.
Got it.
So I preferably even if today now I have portfolios in my the stocks in my portfolio is basically or the companies which the products I use, probably I buy. And I know the difference that why I'm buying a Maruti and why I'm not buying a Hyundai. Why I'm buying a Hero bike and why I'm not buying a Bajaj bike. Or what is the difference? If even if I'm not buying, what is the difference between the products? Okay, so always ask this question. So whenever you find something, the next question, ask yourself a question. Do you buy? Do you buy the product of the company? The product of the. If the answer is yes, then probably you should look at that company. But if you don't know, then okay, who are the buyers? If you are not buying, who are the buyers? What is the difference between the companies products, and pricing. Now, what happens? Why avoid this? So avoid, I will say, avoid industries like power, oil, even for that sense, banks. Avoid this as of now at the start. Then you can slowly pick it up.
So
Power,
what about metal?
pharma,
Uh,
everything, commodity, steel, metal. Avoid that because you cannot defend yourself in the interviews based on this. You cannot defend yourself. Reading is fine. Reading is totally fine. I am not saying you don't read it. Read it, but don't spend much time because we are analysts. We are not journalists. We don't have to read news and just sir has told to read news, so we'll read and present. You have to analyze it. You have to keep it that news with you for your future interviews. That sir, I have read this. I have come across this news, and this can help us build a financial model. This can help me forecast the future. I can understand that because of this new product launches, because of this, disruption in the market, I think this company will do good or do bad. Sales will increase or sales will decrease. If you don't understand all those things and why this company is better and why not the other. So avoid power, oil, banks, metal, IT. There are various other companies apart from these sectors. Adani Enterprise, Reliance Industries, SBI Bank, L&D, infra, again infra companies. Avoid infra companies. These are all very difficult sectors to defend at the start. Very difficult. Even we struggle at times to tell someone what is the difference. Can you tell me what is the difference between NHP building a road and L&T building a road? You have a difference. What is L&T doing differently in the road?
And NHP is a government and L&T is a private company.
Product. I'm talking about
Okay,
the
okay.
product, Priyanshu.
so maybe it's upon the quality of work they do.
Can you define with numbers what is the quality?
No, sir, I'm just assuming.
That's what. So what happens when you say such kind of things in interview now? The interviewer is like, he is just bluffing things. He doesn't even know what is the difference between the products. Equity
And sir, what
analyst.
about, sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yeah.
So what about real estate sectors?
Real estate is fine. You know the difference between the buildings. Do you know that a flat which costs 4 crore rupees and a flat which costs 40 lakhs, what is the difference?
Yes, the location, size of the carpet
Size of the
area and all.
carpet area and all, correct? So we can easily define that, if there's a big house probably, and we also, since we live in houses, we know that the rates are defined on per square feet basis.
Yes, right.
And you know that Mumbai is costlier than Gurgaon. Bangalore is costlier than Gurgaon. Or maybe Bangalore is cheaper than Mumbai. Still, we know all those things.
Now, sir, now, sir, Gurgaon is more expensive than Mumbai.
No, that is what. Get your stats right. Gurgaon, the highest sale was 52,000, 57,000. We were reading newspapers on a daily basis. That's why I know. The flat that Dipendra Goyal bought was 57,000 per square foot. Mukesh Ambani, where he stays, the flat price is around 1,50,000 per square foot. You might think it's a 50 crore flat, but a 50 crore flat in Mumbai is hardly 1,000 square foot. Okay. So get your stats right.
Sir, what about stock exchanges like NSE, BSE?
No, that also avoid. That is irrelevant. Stock NSE. There is no analysis on this. What analysis will you do? Like NSE is the only player. If I ask you, Priyanshu, what is the difference between NSE and other players? There is no player. NSE, CDSL. There's no difference only.
No, sir, I am like, मैं interested हूँ BSc पे एक report लिखने के लिए, इसलिए I am asking.
No. See, there is no competition. No? Do you even know? Example I'll give you. When you buy a stock, how much this BSc earns? You know that?
No, sir.
So it is like if you are an equity investor, matlab, you are the owner of the company and you don't know what is the product, where is the revenue coming from. So whether you make a model on it, report on it, it's useless. People will not recommend, not appreciate you that you have done a work. See, equity
Okay.
analyst means owner of the company. You need to know where is what is the product made up of, at what price it sells, who are the buyers, and who are the competitors. If you don't know this, it means you are not an owner. You are just doing time pass and reading reports and writing. See, you will get this answer, but as of now, you don't know because it's quite deep research. You will get the answers once you find.
हाँ.
So what
get
about
the
Sir,
textile industry?
Sorry, Akash.
Textile industry.
Textile, if you know, it's fine. Retail, in that, I will say retail is fine, where you buy
Like
a
it is recommended to like go for the analysis for it.
probably not, Akshay.
Okay.
Probably not. Avoid. Textiles works on a very low margin. So no one will listen to you on textile. Like Gokul does exports, very low margins.
Yes.
You need to understand the economy for that. Now I will talk about more ancillary, since Akshay has asked ancillary industries. Now, what are ancillary industries?
Sir, a product like accessories.
Accessories. Now, what is the problem with ancillaries is that, see now tire. Let's say you talk about tire. Okay. Sir, I'm doing a research on Apollo Tire. If you see now, Apollo Tire is a new sponsor for Indian jersey. Okay. Now, if you want to do a research on Apollo Tire, do tire on it itself has a market, or the tire market depends on the car sold in the country?
Cars, like how much car is produced,
Correct.
manufacture.
Correct. So can I say it boils down to, if a person is buying a car, then only it makes sense to do a research on tire companies. Because if people are not buying cars, then what is the point of doing a research on tire company? You will say, so tire company will grow by 10%. How? On its own? For that, you need to have
The production of the car should also be more.
Yeah, correct. So obviously, track the car company, not the ancillary companies. So any ancillary companies, ancillary means accessories, correct? Accessories. If let's say iPhone cover, if the iPhone is only not selling, what is the point of the cover industry? Okay. Data cables. Now, when you make wires, charging, if phones are only not sold, then what is the point of having chargers? So always avoid those ancillary industries. Now, why I tell all these things? Apart from this, there are so many companies, so many things that you can do research on, and you can present that in the interviews. And the purpose is, let's say, I will tell you, one of my student, she got into pharmaceutical sector. Okay. Now, pharmaceutical sector is very difficult sector for a commerce graduate to understand. Commerce, IT, anyone, it is very difficult to even understand the product. Now, what happened? Since she was knowing research on auto companies, how to do a research on auto companies, in interviews, she was only asked, what did you do in the auto companies? How deep did you go to understand the auto sector? So the interview was completely on the auto, but the role was of pharmacy. So what that the interviewer said, okay, her name was Payal. Say, okay, Payal, I know that you understand a business. I know how you research a particular stock, a particular company. The same prospect we can use in pharma. Now, I will give you time to understand the pharmaceutical sector. But now, if you start, with pharmaceutical sector, probably will not find numbers for it. So what is the product? What is the pricing? Who are the competitors? It's very difficult. But in autos, FMCGs, retail, anything that you buy, I will probably put it, take companies or industries. Companies or industries where you use your product, where you buy a product. Where you buy a product. Always take companies to write, companies or industries where you know where you buy a product. The second, if you take any companies, I will tell you, do you buy the product of it? If yes, why do you buy? What is its competitors? Who are its competitors? Becomes easy to tell in the interviews. Because this is all training is focused on interviews, where each and every day is focused on interview preparation. It's not something that, You do a training on it, you learn modeling, you learn research, write report, and then, your course is over. Then you sit idle, sir, abhi job milega, nahi milega. It's not like that. It's a continuous basis you have to work. And focus on sectors, focus on easier sector that you can understand. Probably, one of the girl was tracking Nykaa. Now, probably I am not more into women products where I don't know what is the difference between a makeup product. I don't know what is the difference between the two lipsticks or maybe, or two eyelashes or maybe the makeup foundation. I don't know the difference. I probably avoid. But that girl, she was more into, all this. Obviously, girls are. So if तुमको नहीं पता है, if you don't know, probably avoid it. So I avoid that Nykaa. But it is a product that you see people using it. I'll give you a basic. If you read books, in a book called One Up the Wall Street. One Up the Wall Street. There was a story, a good story in it. I was reading this book. Let's say there's a couple, and the couple, obviously the male is into financing, understand about the finance of the house and investing and all. The girl is specifically into spending. Okay, it was the scenario. Now, the guy had a equity advisor, his advisor. He used to make reports and share it to the guy. Let us say I am the guy and my wife. I will put it me and my guy. I am an investor. Okay, I like to invest and I have an advisor. Okay, let's say Akshay is my advisor. Now Akshay comes to me and tell that, sir, this is the stock you should buy. Report aaya hai. Iska analyst has made this report, etc., and you should buy this stock. All valuation and all stuffs are done by the analyst. So this is a good company. You should do research on it. You should invest in this. This stock will have a 50% upside, blah, blah, blah. All those things as typical advisor does. And I get impressed. Okay, Akshay is pitching me this stock and I'm happy to buy. Now suddenly what happens? I was showing my finances to my wife. And my wife is like, I'm busy. There is a new makeup store which is open. So I and my friends are going to buy the makeup. So I'm like, hey, you don't think about money. I'm talking about investing and you go and spending. She is like, you do whatever you want. I am spending. I want to go. It's a new shop. People are talking about more about that company. So let us say I put it for basic Nykaa. Okay. That store was Nykaa, which was very new. I don't know what is Nykaa. My wife used to go and she brings the products from it. Now what happens? So now this store started. It was one shop, then two shop. It started expanding in the area. Then it started expanding locally. Then state-wise, it started expanding. Now what happens? That time this stock was ₹10. Okay, just giving an example. After 2 years, the stock is now around something 300 rupees. Okay. I don't know. Now what happens? After 2 years, Akshay comes to me and say, Rishabh, sir, we will buy this Nykaa stock. Nykaa stock is growing exponentially. They have a plan of expanding globally. They want to go into exports, etc. They are bringing new products, etc. You need to buy this stock. So I remember, my wife used to go to this shop. I asked my wife. I went to my wife and I told, see now, that day you were talking about this company. Now I am planning to buy the stock of that company. And my wife is like, Rishabh, that stock, now the quality of the stock has declined. Quality of the products have declined. Now I don't buy products from that shop. It is useless nowadays. Now what was the analysis in this? Akshay is telling me to buy this stock. My wife is giving me a ground research saying that I don't like the products of the company because now since they have gone for expansion, they have degraded on the quality. So as a finance analyst, do you think you need to have a look at the financial statement? Because when it went from 10 to 300 in the last 2 years, its financials will be definitely on a rising part. Now Akshay comes in and me, sir, the target is 600, sir, buy. Okay. This is how analysis work. The target is 600. You guys tell me, others, should I buy or not? Whom should I listen? To Akshay or to my wife? And if I listen to my wife, what is the analysis that I need to do?
So first of all, you'll go and see how the products are like performing in the market.
Correct.
As
So
your
I
wife
can,
told that the product itself is not performing, so you'll first see that how it is not performing.
So customer feedback on their website or like online e-commerce portals.
Correct.
Sales growth we have to see from prior
Sorry,
to current.
sorry, Lakshman, I didn't get you.
Sales growth we have to see.
How will you tell that sales growth? Because in the last 2 years, the sales growth will be fantastic because they're expanded. The stock has gone from 10 rupees, it has been to around 300
so it
rupees.
might just Nokia case जैसा भी ये हो सकता है sir.
Correct. So, now, few minutes back, you thought that I will talk about balance sheet, P&L, cash flows. And what I'm talking about? Did I even mention about the
No
balance
sir,
sheet,
the very
P&L,
basic
profit?
thing.
Sorry,
We are talking about the very basic thing.
this is about the basic thing. Now, why is this? Because no one does this. Every finance guy wants to go and look at the annual report. Look at the annual report, analyze historical data and forecast it. This is not how the equity market works. This is a myth. I don't know. These things are taught in the colleges. It is okay to know. It is not, you should understand all those things, but it is not the only thing that you should know. Because nowadays, finance, balance sheet, P&L, cash flows, everyone knows. There is no, if you are an MBA, CFA, CA, these are very basic things. Every CA knows what is a balance sheet P&L. Every CFA knows what is the cash flows. Every MBA finance might be, having not that kind of knowledge, but basic knowledge that everyone has. Even a BCom guys nowadays have this kind of knowledge. So do you think on this basis they will get you a role? They will pay you 15, 20 lakhs. Yeah, Rohan is saying existing customer base will decline, quality will decline. Correct. But for this all, is all those things written in annual report? That people are not buying, customers are not buying, the
No.
product is not good.
No sir, it's not written.
Yeah. So that is the ground research. That is what I tell you. Read newspapers.
They will showcase only their positive sides.
Correct. That is why the reports are made by the company. You have to just look at it and say what has happened in the history. Because if you look at the history of this stock, you will never say, if I was an analyst or maybe I was an investor and Akshay comes to me and say, sir, look at the financials. In the last 10 years or last 2 years, the stock has the profit has increased. It has increased 300 times. Now it will increase more. Is it possible now? Because customers are not giving them a good feedback. How it is possible to grow? So this is how the research works on a very ground level basis, and the research starts the point you move out of your house. I always take that. Everything you cannot see, so that is why we have newspapers. But now, what if I tell you it was something a company like oil, BPCL? Do you even know what is going on in this? You know what is going on in BPCL now? Bharat Petroleum. How it is growing? What is the customer's feedback? What is the difference between Bharat Petroleum and IOCL Petrol? Do you do that? Because you don't like petrol of BPCL, so you feel the petrol of IOCL. Is there any difference in the petrol? The basic one, not the speed and all, the basic one.
So maybe there is a like difference of density of petrol
That's
in
hardly matter. That who matters that?
No, sir, it's after all a commodity.
the ethanol mixing and all.
So it's there everywhere. No? So given a choice, there are two petrol pumps, BPCL and IOCL. So do you specifically go to IOCL just because it gives you higher mileage? If that is the case, everyone will go to IOCL. Correct, no?
Quantity.
So if that is the case, if there's a difference, why will you buy the same petrol from BPCL which gives you a lower mileage? Will anyone do that?
So pricing.
Pricing, Nikhil, is it? Is it
No,
pricing
sir.
difference? Tell me, मैं अभी
Pricing
करता हूँ, मैं अभी छोड़ता हूँ PPCL में
Sir,
petrol भरना.
there may be two reasons, sir. One is density and another one is the quantity. Like if I put uh, if I put 5 liter in my car, maybe there is a cut. I'm getting 4.85 or 4.90.
ऐसा नहीं होता है, ये तो झोल की बात कर रहे हो तुम. वो तुम्हारे इधर
Sir,
होता होगा ऐसा, इधर किधर नहीं
number of
होता.
the number of petrol pumps in the region.
So that's different. That's a different point. But I was just saying, given a choice, if there's a BPCL petrol pump and there's an IOCL petrol pump, would you go specifically to BPCL because it gives higher mileage? Or the quality of BPCL petrol is higher, better quality? Is that the case?
So I'm not specific about what the petrol difference, but to suggest to choose between the two petrol stations, I would choose one which have better services like
Ah,
free air or anything extra
correct.
services provided, parking space or food and washrooms and all. Anything.
That's a different
So
thing. I'm
we'll
just
go
talking
which
about the
is
product
near
price.
to us.
Correct,
So very
correct.
difficult to distinguish, sir.
Yeah, very difficult to distinguish. Correct. The people who goes to petrol pump mostly depend on the availability. So it doesn't matter whether the petrol is of IOCL or BPCL. It is your choice. So if you don't know the difference, probably, don't try to research on those companies because you cannot do any analysis on that. Now, for example,
Sir,
IT
it
company.
is sorry.
Sorry, Mohit.
Sir, it is pure control of government on petrol pump. So maybe.
मोहित सोच के आंसर दो, एनालिस्ट की तरह बात करो, हवे में बात मत करो कुछ भी. Maybe,
ठीक है सर.
maybe for पता नहीं, ऐसे सब आंसर्स कई. हाँ, before, हाँ, give me a disclosure. Maybe, पता नहीं, शायद से ऐसा हो सकता है, possibly, depends. This all answers are not allowed in interviews. Be data specific. Sir, हाँ, BPCL के पेट्रोल में, BPCL petrol pump gives a mileage of 2 liter per, it gives a mileage of 10, whereas BPCL gives 5. इतना डेटा स्पेसिफिक है तो बात करो, वरना मे भी हो सकता है,
ठीक
गवर्नमेंट
है.
है, ये है, वो है. Not
समझा
allowed to
समझा.
give. Okay, not allowed to give this kind of answers.
Understood.
Okay, fine. So data points are very important. If you don't talk in data points, it will all be a story where no one wants to listen to you. Okay. Now let's go again to the newspapers. We got this story. What was this story? You have to get ground level information because this information makes a huge difference in your interviews, even in your analysis. Forget about interviews, even in your stock analysis. If you have a ground level research on a product, probably you are better poised to be an analyst than a chartered accountant who knows everything about finance, or maybe CFA who knows everything about finance. Because as a chartered accountant, if he doesn't know what NICA is, even if you're a chartered accountant or a CFA, financial statement will look good. Do you agree? The last 2 years, it was a new company funded. Financial statement will probably look good. What about the future? So yes, whatever news we will write, on the back of your mind, always think what will be the future of the company because of a specific news. What will be the future of a company because of specific news? For that sense, to give it very basic, GST cut on automobile. What is the future? What is the future now for automobile companies? What do you analyze? GST decline.
GST rate cut.
Sorry?
GST rate cut.
What will be the impact?
Because
Their
sales will
sales needs
increase. Yeah.
increase. And
Sales
the
will
prices
increase.
will decrease.
Prices will decrease. Sales will increase. Okay. So probably your focus should be on focus of the news should be on growth of the company. Okay, the focus should be on the growth of the company. Okay. It might be in the part of sales, increase in sales or decrease in cost. Increase in sales or decrease in cost. Now, decrease in cost is quite minimalistic at times. Now, this can only help while steel prices declining. Who will benefit if the steel price decline in India? Who will benefit? Think and answer.
Construction companies.
Construction
Real estate
companies, correct? And
Automobile industry.
Automobile industry.
Auto.
Fair enough. So this news you can take and relate. Ki, sir, because of the steel price declining, it might not be written in the news, but you have to analyze that, sir, because of the steel price declining, construction companies, auto companies probably will be in focus. So if I talk about inflation, what if the inflation declines in India? Which company will benefit?
Bank.
FMCG.
IT.
How IT?
The prices of the inflation, if it decreases, the dollar will go up, and so like the IT companies will benefit.
Dollar will go up. Okay, fine. But now if the question comes, Akshay, what does IT companies sell? You know, is it no? So the question should always, so the answer should always be based on the increase in sales or decrease in cost.
Okay.
Just because of dollar rate increase, inflation increase, will the sales increase? Probably not. Probably not.
No.
Okay. Yeah, FMCG, perfect. FMCG, because the major cost of FMCG is your agri cost. And if the inflation decreases, probably all the commodity cost will decline.
So banks.
Banks, fine, I said avoid banks because you don't know the products. Banks will also benefit. People will take more loans. Perfect. But now when a question is, what is the difference between taking loan from ICICI and taking loan from Axis Bank? And you don't know who are the clients. Let me write this also. Should also be familiar. Should be familiar with the clients. Now, what does it mean? You should be familiar with the clients. So, can I tell you the clients of Maruti might be different from clients of Mercedes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
On what basis?
Depending on the price and like, yes, sir. First thing is depending on the price, sir. Middle class and high, like those who are high class and middle class. Obviously, high class will go for Mercedes and middle class will go for Maruti, as you said.
So can I say we can also define high class, the one who are earning more than 50, 60 lakhs, and middle class who are less than it. We can still judge people, correct? We know who are the clients. So now, these things are going in the newspapers nowadays. Increase in premium products. Okay, let's say when you read the newspapers, the news sometimes it is coming that people are preferring more premium products over mass segment products. In this scenario, you should research on which stock, a Maruti or a Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Why?
Shift in the consumer taste.
Shift in the consumer taste, correct. Shift in the consumer taste. And why they are going into premium? Because obviously the salaries is increasing in India. People are earning more. So if people are earning more, probably they will go to a much premium product. Even in the same segment, we are not choosing Maruti, but we are choosing your Mercedes to do a research on. Okay. Again, I will give an example now. Basic example. Now GST cut has happened, right? We'll talk about two-wheelers. You know the GST cut was on below 350cc scooters.
Yes, sir.
Know that? It was below 350cc. Now can I say Hero has the highest one? Even Bajaj is there. TVS is there. Now Eicher is there. Correct? Can I say all will be benefit? Hero, Bajaj, TVS will benefit. Am I right? Will Eicher benefit? Eicher Motors is the Royal Enfield.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why yes? Why no? This we discussed in the call that day, but if you want to answer,
Sir, up to 350cc bikes, they will get benefited.
up to 350cc bike, yes, they will get benefited. But the Eicher is basically more than 350cc.
Sir, mostly, yes, sir. Royal Enfields are above 350cc.
They're classic.
Yeah, but the major products that Eicher sells, that is actually 349cc. The majority of the products that Eicher sells, that is 349cc. And given the last reference that people are preferring more premium products, the Royal Enfield price have not decreased. Okay, but it has not increased also. So given, let's say you are a person who earns like 15-20 lakhs a year, would you buy a Hero because the price have declined? Would you?
Probably no, sir.
Would you buy a Hero just because the price have declined and you earn like 15-20 lakhs?
No.
So can I say that Eicher will not impact? Because the demand will not impact. People who buy 350cc, more than 350cc, will continue to buy. Probably demand will not increase, but it will not decrease also. So I will not say that Eicher will not benefit from it. Oh yeah, these companies will benefit more, but these companies will be stable. Correct. So there was an article, big article in the in the news that majority Eicher, the majority that products are sold of Royal Enfield. You see that is a Royal Enfield 350cc classic. So that is usually 349cc bike. So majority it is sold, and only 10 to 20% are more than 350 bikes. 20%. So the management says, or maybe the article says, that more than 350cc bikes will not get impacted. Why? Because that demand is not decreasing. People who buy more than 350 will continue to buy. People probably who are buying 349cc will increase because it has below 350cc bikes as well as above 350cc bikes. And if you read the news, market is moving towards premium products. So I would say in this Eicher will be the most beneficial one, because some products come into 349cc, and some which are at 350cc, the demand is continuously increasing. It's a basic question now. Tomorrow, if Mercedes price increase and Maruti's price decline, would you buy a Maruti because the price have declined and you are earning 1 crore rupees a year? Do you even buy a Maruti? Do you even care that Mercedes price have declined or increased?
No,
So
sir.
this is how the analysis is. Can I say we are talking more data specific 350cc Mercedes, which is a premium car, which comes, everyone knows, which comes at excess of 1 crore. Hero bikes, Bajaj bikes comes at at a lower price point. So if we can know all those things so deep, why the hell do you want to do research on all these companies, which you struggle to even talk about the product and the demand of it? And I say that where we struggle to talk about the demand and the products of this company, why you want to talk about it? Metal. Do you know kal kya hone wala hai steel mein? Do you buy steel? Does demand of the steel increases because people have a lot of money? Is it?
No.
Demand increases because of the entire globe, entire economy increases. You need to also understand what is happening in China for that sense, because India is the largest importer of steel. So why to complicate things unnecessarily? Okay.
So those are B2B segments, right?
Yeah. Yes, B2B segments to completely avoid. Now, see, there is no news on this. Jindal Steel, again, steel, avoid. If you want to read it, but don't write it. Now, I want a newsletter that you should tell me in the morning that can help me make a informed decision. You have to give me a news in the morning which will give me an informed decision, either on the forecasting part, on the growth part, or on the cost part. That, sir, because of this, probably sales will increase, probably sales will decline, probably competition is increasing, etc., etc. Let's go down. PepsiCo Global Chief meets PM, add fish to India's tour. Full board of company visiting India in decade despite trade tensions and GST challenges. Should we talk about this? PepsiCo. Do you drink Pepsi?
Yes, sir, sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Do you know, Pepsi comes at, if you even don't know the price, you can just Google it and know what is the price of a Pepsi.
Yes, sir. Starting from 20.
Yeah, starting from 20, you know the taste, what is the difference between Pepsi and a Coca-Cola, on a Fanta or a Sprite. You know the difference.
Yes,
But
sir.
another problem is PepsiCo is not listed in India. It is good, but it is not listed in India. So there is a company called Varun Beverages who sells the products for PepsiCo. But now since it is not listed, you can read this. This is the first ever meeting between PepsiCo, Basic and Modi. Will first time at least a decade. 7. See, what does it sells? Aerated drinks including Pepsi Cola, Thumb 7 Up, Mountain Dew has flown down the entire board to India. PepsiCo senior leadership. You can read this. What are they doing? So if you read this news, they are talking about the tax cut. GST comes with hike taxes on sugary aerated drinks from 28 to 40% effective from. तो याद रखना, अगर ये तुम पी रहे हो, if you are drinking this, the prices will increase. Now this is your own general knowledge. Okay. PepsiCo is not listed in India, to avoid. Apollo Tires, you see back cricket jersey deal for 579 crores. Good or bad?
Sir, their marketing budget has increased. Will take a hit.
Yeah, marketing budget will take a hit because it is like 579 crores. That's crazy. From September 30 to 31st March 2028, covering 140 matches across bilateral series, ICC, etc.
Sir, through sponsoring their jersey, they are also showing their international presence, sir.
International presence, correct. Now this is all good. Totally agree. But now the problem is Apollo Tires. Do you know the demand of tires? To know the demand of tires, what do you need to track?
Automobile sector.
Automobile sector. So it doesn't make you to make a research on Apollo Tires. It is good to, read all those things. Because what I want is something that can add value to you as well as to me. Now, marketing budget increasing. Now the question comes that who are the one who buys buyer? Which types of tires are there for Apollo? What is the difference between tires? Usually we don't buy tires. How frequently have you gone to buy a tire? Rare. Might be rare. I don't know. I have changed 3 cars, but I don't still remember that I went to buy a tire. Because usually tires, run for 10,000, 50,000 kilometers, and after that you change. Unilever wants India to have an ice cream moment this Diwali. Now, Unilever, they are talking about the Hindustan Unilever. If you want to write, you can write on this because Unilever ice cream is quality walls. This is what we consume. We know what is the difference between ice creams. Mondeleza, Ferrero have been pushing chocolates during festive season. So it is just a news that Unilever wants to break into the mithai monopoly this Diwali. See, I'll just read this news. Unilever is hoping to ride the focus of the demerged ice cream business to disrupt India's cultural obsession with mithai this Diwali. Laddus, kajus, katlis and burfis. Unilever wants to break mithai monopoly this Diwali with their frozen desserts, usually considered a summer treat. For centuries, Diwali has been dominated by traditional sweets, but the maker of quality walls, Magnum Cornetto, is taking a cue from its playbook to build a seasonal consumption for its ice cream business. While reading this, as a business owner, what is your first reaction? What is the business doing? What is the business doing?
They're trying to expand their presence during the Diwali.
Trying to, or can I say, adding new products to their portfolio?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
But sir, I have one doubt in this.
Ah.
Mostly in Diwali, we have a winter season, so will people buy the ice creams?
No, so they're saying no,
That's
they are
also the
talking,
question.
they're not talking about ice creams, they are talking about frozen desserts.
Okay.
Consider summer treats. They are considering it. See, it's a new thing that they're doing. Now, correctly, yes, is correct, right? That's what happens if this frozen foods are not available. Correct. Now, this is your duty to do a research. Go outside and see whether people are buying, whether you are buying it. Okay. Got it. This is all the ground research work. You are absolutely right. Frozen things, people will not buy during Diwali because Diwali specifically is about winter. Perfectly fine. Ice creams are equally consumed in winters too. Got this data from my friend who knows ice cream parlor. Fine. If you have data points, perfect. But now the purpose comes, people are, the HUL, Hindustan Unilever, is expanding their ice cream presence. That's it. That was the main purpose. So when you are doing a research on Unilever, you also know that, sir, there is also an new ice cream business that they're starting. So when you listen to the conference call, you have to close eye on what is happening in this business. Go out and see whether, this actually, are you seeing it in your area? Frozen desserts. Its local unit in this time Unilever announced the merger of ice cream business into separate listed company by, this will also get listed on the market. So good news to have a look, because now they are expanding their presence. Yeah, हमको पता है, because see now how are we able to, even you guys are only talking about these things. Hemant is saying that ice cream are equally consumed. Yash has a different view on it. No one is right, no one is wrong on it. It is just your view that matters. Very important to understand why, if you're an analyst, these are the things that you should talk about on a daily basis. कि सर ऐसा हो रहा है मेरे ग्राउंड, मेरे जगह पे ऐसा हो रहा है, ये बोल तो रहा है इंक्रीज होगा. It is a good sign that they are trying to improvise something. But is it practically possible? I don't see in my vicinity. What is the reason? Sir, actually it is growing. Sir, if you see start people using it, even if you don't like, let's say I don't like ice creams, I don't like frozen ice creams, but I might see people eating it. So it's okay. You see people eating it. Okay. So this news you should write. And now how do you write a news? Now यहाँ पे तो ये news में कोई data था नहीं. Usually you have some data specific. See, it was over here. Amul, which is far the market leader of a $5 billion category in India. So can I say today you understand that the ice cream market in India is, how big is this? $5 billion market. So can I say this is a huge opportunity for HUL? So ice cream market in India is $5 billion. Yeah, this is the data point that I want you to write. कि लोगों को दिखे कि you are doing some deep research on it. Sanat, so that's what data? This is the data that you talk about. At least you know, because see, question comes, I will tell. Let us say tomorrow I start classes for CMT, Chartered Market Technician. If you know, sorry, Chartered Alternate Analysis, CAIA. You know that there is a degree, CAIA.
Yes, sir.
How many of you are doing
Alternative.
it? How many of you are doing it? No one. Correct. Now, if I tell out of the entire India, let's say only 100 people are doing CAIA, should I go into that business? Should I? Should I start teaching CAIA? Will I even get students?
No, sir. Very rare.
You will not. So that is why now it's a $1 billion market. Now let's say if there are 1%, let's say 1 crore people doing CAIA, probably I should start looking at that business because there will be competition as well. So this is what you talk about. Why it is growing? Ki, sir, you see, it is a $5 billion market. As of now, it is a start for this company, but the Amul is a leader in that, and we know that the market is a $5 billion market. So now how will my heading be? Unilever enters a $5 billion market with frozen desserts. Got it? Data points. Your heading. Now for the global consumer giant, India accounts for 14% of its sales, but this is different. So what is Unilever gets its majority revenue of selling soaps, laundry, and shampoos. It's fine. This is one more data about HUL that 14% of its sales of the global giant, it's come from selling, but now they are also moving to a $4 billion market. So क्या कर रहे हैं? Now, how you write this news, or the process of writing this news, 5 points to keep in mind, then process to write a newsletter. See, the newsletter should be specific to data points and paragraphs. So I'll say what all things are necessary in this. Data points, so here data points, heading and paragraphs. I want this all things to be incorporated when you write a report. When you write a newsletter. So process is, your news should start with heading, not this heading. I don't want this heading. This even I can read. I want to see what you analyze from this and which is the pinpoint thing that you want to start with the news. So you will not say that, sir, HUL is entering into ice cream business. This is not the heading. Sir, HUL is entering into a $5 billion market with products like frozen desserts. This should be your proper heading. Now, why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? अभी पढ़ा ना हमने, क्यों कर रहे थे वो?
To change the landscape of the Diwali tradition of
Yeah, to
mithais.
change the landscape of Diwali tradition. Correct. मिल गया, इतना ही न्यूज़ था ना? And अगर तुम थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ो तो distributions क्या है, you can talk a little bit on it. But your paragraph heading should have a data point always. वरना वो तुम जब स्टार्टिंग में न्यूज देना चालू करेंगे, अगर डेटा पॉइंट नहीं है ना तो मैं सुनूंगा ही नहीं. पता है, अगर मैं बोलूं HUL plans to start a new ice cream business and HUL enters a $5 billion market, क्या फर्क था दोनों न्यूज में, दोनों हेडिंग्स में? What was the difference? HUL starts an ice cream business and HUL enters a $5 billion market.
With data, we get more accurate news, sir.
And can I say the one who is listening to you might listen with more will be more careful while listening to it. He is giving some data points.
Yes, sir.
So
Because
number gain attraction.
To gain, see, yeah, correct. To gain attention. I will say I am an obsessed analyst. मेरी बात अगर किसी ने सुनी नहीं, if people don't listen to me, I get obsessed कि ये मेरी बातें सुन क्यों नहीं रहा है. Okay. It might mean that I am boring him or he is not interested in me. You have to make, let's say in the forum we are 25 students, 26 students, in that each and everyone, at least half of those students should listen to you that what are you talking about. If you try to help others, the universe try to help you again. I have got a feedback from students that, sir, while talking on the morning calls, I also get feedback from someone else saying that, sir, this guy is telling a wrong data point. I have also read in another news that it is not a $5 billion market, it is like a $6 billion market. Or probably he might get some data, so the $5 billion market is growing at 10%. So now you come to understand, okay, the 5 billion that I said, there is one more data point to it, which you might have missed, and the other guy might have answered it. So this is like an overall development where each and everyone contributes. See, 20, there are 30 students in the batch total. If everyone talks about one news for 1 minute, 30 different news, can I say with data points, you can get a lot of insights. Every day your knowledge will increase to a different level where a CA, CFA or MBA cannot be able to match this kind of knowledge.
Sir, sir, how long the newsletter should be?
So the newsletter shouldn't be, I was coming on it. Heading should have a data points. Paragraph, second, it should be in paragraph. Paragraph and max 2 to 3 lines. Okay, paragraph should be max with data points. इसमें भी अगर कुछ data है तो preferred. Usually paragraph heading should have a data point. Paragraph max 2 to 3 lines should have a data points. And third, 2 to 3 paragraphs max. इससे ज़्यादा avoid writing because you only have 30 seconds to present. So in this 2 to 3 paragraphs, probably 2 to 3 headings is recommended. Okay.
Sir, a newsletter should be strictly on the news that is in the article, or can you add other data points outside the
No,
news
you can
if
add.
we have?
You can add other data points. You can add. It is a research. I will say it is not a news. It is a research. It is an analysis that you're doing. Okay. And let's say
Okay.
if you find something else now from this, like sir, quality, there are, as you know, Hemant is asking, sir, what if the competition is unlisted and all? So you can, find someone who is, what is this listed competitors, unlisted competitors. So how do competitor comparison when the company which is in the news is listed and the competitors is unlisted? Achha, so Hemant, if I ask you, how did you come to know about me? I am also not a listed player. RK Advisory, how did you came to know? LinkedIn. And then after LinkedIn, what RK Advisory does? It is not written on LinkedIn. What you saw? Internet. You have answered your question, Hemant. Okay. This is how the research works. All Google, all internet. You think, that analyst gets all the data that a normal person cannot get. Agree. But those are limited to industries. There are so much data available free of cost. You have to just use your internet wisely. AI is now the AI can give you more quickly. Okay. So obviously this you need to write about this news. Achha, there is an article I will share. Okay, 1 second. I will share in the group how I have written it. 1 second. Just to give a heads up that how should you start writing it. 1 second. I'll just share in the group. I'll share a LinkedIn post in the group. I'll open that post. Okay. Now see, this was my post that I have written it. I usually keep on writing it, but this was one of the important that I thought that should be written. Now, you see the same girl has written this. Now, I actually told her how to make that thing presentable. See what she has written. Quoting major Berger Pain aims to boost value growth by 5% in Q2. It has implemented price hike 3 times since June. Luxury segment faced downfall. See the way she has written. Okay. Can you read? If I tell you to read this, I think I am getting like 40 news from 40 students. Would I read this like this? Or would I prefer reading the headlines? Price hike expected to boost value growth in Berger Paints by 5% and targets to maintain a volume growth at 10%. Data points? Data points? So now I know that out of this, so I am talking only about price hikes. So in this paragraph, now don't use this pointers. I have used this pointers just to show because it's on LinkedIn, but you don't use the pointers. You can use specifically paragraphs. Edit this post. Will not use pointers. I was doing it on WhatsApp. That is why it came in pointers. I will use like this, something like this. Pointers are avoided. You have to make it like a story and not like a. You have to make this like a story, not like I'll say pointers. Should not be like headings. See now, price hike expected to boost value growth. Data points. So what is happening? The 3 price hikes between July and August will improve to mitigate the cost of 1.5%, leading to value growth of 5. Again a data point. Again a data point. Then the value growth was C. Just linking it. Now I talk about value growth. The same value growth is now over here. Value growth was 2.5% due to factors like decrease in pricing, raw material slowdown. Again, a data point. Now here I don't have a data point. Luxury segment was facing some pressure. Construction, chemicals, waterproofing, and are growing strong. I didn't have any data points. I just kept it. I kept it very small. Again, the second point, it is a part of this news, but now different. Nothing related to price. Price, all the things related to price have been covered. Now something related to the company targets to double its turnover to 200 billion by FY29. Can I say the second question will come how? Follow-up question. How it is expected to double the turnover? So I've written the company's Howrah plant will convert into R&D facility by end of greenfield. The company capacity will increase by 25%. For Panagarh and Odisha plant, 30 acres land in Panagarh will be expected to start from FY. Everything has a data point. This I don't have a data point, but here and here there is a data point. I didn't have any data point in the international market, so I kept it way too short. Still, I got something that Nepal is struggling for last 2 years. International market is performing well. That's it. And then at the end, what I do is I write the name of the company, the current market price, and the market cap. Now you might be wondering, how is this bold coming? Correct? ये bold आ कैसे रहा है? It doesn't come directly. मैं ये copy करता हूँ. अभी तो मैं paste करता हूँ. But let's say I open a Word file. I write this on Word. Okay. It will not come. I will just copy something randomly. Okay, this. Okay, copy this. Okay. Now, what if I want to make this bold? I can do it in the Excel, in my Word file, but when I paste on LinkedIn, let's say I bold all the data points. Okay. I bold this. I bold this. But when you copy this on LinkedIn, okay, let me go and post on LinkedIn. Let me post on LinkedIn. Okay, when I post this, see the bold is not available. If I do this Control B, I cannot bold it. So what I do is there is something called link text. There is a website, a link called typegrow.com LinkedIn text editor. So I'm copying this and sharing it in the group. Okay, now what happens over here? When you type it over here, okay, our news, copy, paste. Now from here, you have to do it bold. You have to do it probably bold it. 3 price hikes, you can bold. Data points, you can bold. This you can bold. This you can bold. If you want specific factors like price decrease, see price decrease, can bold it over. So this is how you have to do. And then you can also copy this, copy text, or probably select all, Control C. You see now how your post will look like. He's showing over here. How will your post will look like? And then only you go and post it on LinkedIn. Okay, now you will see there is a bold. This is how you bold things on LinkedIn. Ye yaad rakhna. Remember these things. When you write something on LinkedIn, always go to first Typegrow, reframe it, bold it, show to your connections that you are doing something on a daily basis. Makes a huge impact on your social media status. Because today we have met each other is just because of LinkedIn. I have also got many roles, many job opportunities just because of LinkedIn. So be damn active on LinkedIn. So I will say I am.
Sir,
क्या हुआ?
sir, instead of the text post, we can also use the carousel.
Yeah, you can also use carousel. Yeah, you can change. Carousel, now what happened now in
Uh,
carousel? What is the problem is that carousel is something you talk about. There are 4-5 carousels you put at 4-5 slides that you put to talk about what is EPAs and what is enterprise value and all those things. Those are all basic things. Why to spend time? See, Priyanshu, we are not here to spend time. We are just there to update things because this is a very basic thing. If you want to put a carousel, make a report and then put. Make a conference call report and then put. It will make sense. Because no point, making
okay.
that, it takes time. I know it takes time to make a carousel. So just put see, people will start noticing you and tag me. Always do and tag me. People will start noticing you. Because once you tag me, obviously it comes in your feed.
सर जैसे मॉर्निंग कॉल में 30 सेकेंड्स के लिए मैं प्रेजेंट करूंगा तो लिंक्डइन पे मैं थोड़ा और एनालिसिस करके मैं और उसको 3 to 4 carousel स्लाइड में कन्वर्ट कर सकता हूँ ना?
कर सकते हो इफ यू हैव टाइम डू इट बट पोस्ट पहले डाल देना एक पोस्ट ना 10 बजे के पहले ऑलवेज गिव वन पोस्ट सो दैट मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द सोशल मीडिया एक्टिविटीज हैपेंस ऑन 10 AM तो डालते रहो ऑलवेज कीप ऑन अपडेटिंग carousel सीधा 5 बजे डालना क्या हुआ
एक और डाउट था मेरे को जस्ट इंटरव्यू में जैसे अपन डेटा पॉइंट्स बोलेंगे तो उसको वैलिडेट कैसे करें या फिर वो पूछेगा कि आपके डेटा पॉइंट का सोर्स क्या है?
नहीं सर न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ा चाहिए तो तुम डाल देना सोर्स चाहिए तो यहाँ पे तुम डाल देना जब भी पढ़ोगे ना सोर्स क्या था हमारा इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स वो दिन का डेट ये तुम सोर्स डाल सकते हो कौन सा डेट में 20 हमारा 17 का ना 17 सितंबर का ये यू कैन राइट इट स्पेसिफिक तो क्या होगा व्हेन यू पुट ऑन लिंक्डइन ना ऑन अ डेली बेसिस तो कि ये सब न्यूज़पेपर्स में आ चुका है इससे समझता है कि यू आर रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स ऑन अ डेली बेसिस दिस गाय इज डूइंग समथिंग different what others are not doing. Consistency, I will say again, consistency matters a lot. There was one guy named Shrikant, K. Shrikant, itna hi naam tha uska. He was from Nellore, a place in Andhra Pradesh. He did an MBA, was not good at talking in English, but okay, like Ganesh and Lakshman, he used to understand Hindi, but not able to speak English in a proper way. But every day he used to come on the call, try to present something. He did it continuously for 45 to 50 days. Continuous, every day there was a news. Even sometimes he was never able to attend on the meeting. He used to send me, sir, this is the news, this is the news. Every day, at least 2 to 3 newsletters he used to write. And when it came about interviews, probably he cracked it. Now he is working in Acuity Knowledge Partners as an equity research associate. Every day he used to do it. It helps a lot. I'll also give you one of my students. Her name is Tanisha. I always give her example. She was a BCom graduate. Tanisha, just have a look at her LinkedIn account. This is every day when she was interning with us 6 months before us, 6 months, every day there is an update. Zomato, FMCG sector after FMCG sector after quick commerce, FMCG, quick commerce, Zepto, Britannia, FMCG weights heavily on benchmark, previous data points, consumer shifted towards, can I say everything is related to consumer, auto, then something on the food, inflation. See, every time she has a data point. Continuously she was doing, continuously. She was the first time. I'm thrilled to share the first LinkedIn post newsletter in this dynamic landscape. I told her, start writing it. And she wrote it very big. I said, make it small. If you want to write 2 different newsletters, write in 2 different posts. Don't make it in one. Then she started doing it. Again, so this was a problem. Then she started, see, heading, space, paragraphs. 2 paragraphs, that's it. And she was placed, This is what your LinkedIn should look like. Every day, if an recruiter opens your LinkedIn, this guy should know, he should know that this guy is doing something on a daily basis. And she was just a BCom graduate. And she's a junior analyst. Junior equity research analyst. Not CFA, not even a CFA, not even a CA, not even an MBA. How was it possible? Just because of daily update. This people don't do. Okay. So I will say economy news is important to read and one news article. So what I've started is I also want you guys to write something about the economy of India. This I keep up to you. I am this page now. Micro, there are 2 pages. I keep up to you. Anything if you come to know about the GST, FinMin in a Dhan account opened, or maybe probably if you find something repo rate, GDP, current account deficit, fiscal account, monetary policy, if you get some data point of it, write an economy related news always. So 2 newsletter I expect you to write on a daily basis. One is on the company, that is for sure, that is mandatory. Second is about the economy. Something about the economy you might find over here. You might also find in some other newspapers. I see Financial Express. So again, you see retailers ready to get for bumper sales this festive season. E-commerce sales this festive season are projected to reach by 1.5 lakh crores, a 20-25% rise year on year, as per Readster. Quick commerce has already grown 150% pre-festive period, while the value of e-commerce is up. Lot of data points in this. ये आज का newspaper है. Obviously, there is a sale which is coming next tomorrow. Amazon Big Billion Sales, Flipkart Big Billion Sales, and Amazon Great Indian Festival. Now Trump is doing something on the H1B visa. IT companies will be in focus. Now, government enables GST. So your news, it is just news. I will tell you. This is Sunday's newspaper. Okay, sorry. Sunday's is a bit different. I will open somewhere, let's say about, I might not get the previous one. Let me see if I get. No, previous newspapers I don't get for financial, but I have one. I have downloaded it. I will show. This is the 18th September one. I read newspapers every day. Even if I am not an analyst now, I have a close look on the. Achha, always write this Sensex and Nifty whenever you write a report. Write Nifty. After this, okay. After your paragraph, how should you end it? 2 to 3 paragraph. Fourth, right? The market cap. Market cap of the stock. And Nifty closing, or whatever the Nifty is there, yesterday's closing. Nifty previous close. So market cap of the stock, price of the stock, and Nifty, the previous close. Okay. These are the things you need to write. So if you get a specific industry news, example, industry news, example like GST. Okay. Now GST, it will impact the automobile sector. Specifically, if the news is about automobile sector, write the names of all the stocks that might get impacted by the news. So don't say ki sir GST increase happened or maybe there is inflation increases. So boil down to things that sir how will it impact the stock pricing? Because at the end of your conversation, I would like to hear which stocks is impacted. Because you cannot say, sir, there was a terrorist attack in Kashmir. It's a big news, sir. Market will decline. Why? So if there's a terrorist attack in Kashmir, you will stop driving a car, you will stop eating, you will stop going out. Is it? No. How will you refine that news? There was one student who said that, sir, there was an attack in Kashmir, market will have a negative impact. Okay, but see, this is one off now. Again, market will recover. Now, what is your purpose? Sir, because of the attack in Kashmir, the tourism sector will get impacted. And because of tourism sector get impacting, there is an article which says that Taj Hotels has 2 hotels in Kashmir. And sir, the revenue from 2 hotels might not pick up in the coming years. Or probably the flights to Kashmir, let's say Indigo has 10 flights to Kashmir in a day. Probably, so the 10 flights will not be working if we will be working anymore. This is how you start answering. So the major impacting is Taj. Probably ITC will not get impacted because ITC is not there in Kashmir. But Taj was there in Kashmir. So Taj was expected to get impacted because of this terror attack. So everything should boil down to stock price. If it's not boiling down, then your news article is of no use.
There might be restrictions on the airspace as well, which will
Correct.
impact all the airlines.
Airlines, correct. But now currently only Indigo is there in India, which is listed. But yeah, that is also thing that you can talk about. Even for that tourism, specific tourism related stuff. If Kashmir was something, let's say apples. Now, if let's say Kashmir was exporting something or you were exporting something to Kashmir, probably those industry might get impacted. But basically what we understand is the tourism. The first thing that impacted is the tourism industry. So always think about the story I told you about me and my wife going to buy Nykaa. When she was buying Nykaa, I was investing. And Akshay, who gave me an advice to buy Nykaa at 300 and not at 10. Because at that time, no one was covering, small company. Now, suddenly, every analyst started covering the company because it has increased. So, if I talk in Hindi, अगर सब लोग ही उस पर रिसर्च कर रहा है, तो तुम अलग क्या कर रहे हो? सब लोगों को पता ना कि ग्रो होने वाला. I know why I talked about this specific. Everyone knows that Hero, Bajaj, and TVS will get GST boost. Did I tell you something else? He said, ICL will not get impacted. Did I tell you? If you keep on telling me, sir, GST impact will, lead to increase in automobile sales, that is very basic. Everyone knows that. So I will say, sir, ICL will benefit double. Why? Because premium segment is growing and there's a GST cut on its premium products as well. 350, 49cc bikes. So Eicher is like charo ungliya ghee mein. It is like that. That even the premium segment, luxury segment is growing and the mass segment prices have declined. Correct. So think from an analyst mind perspective, because the things that you have learned on jobs, in your colleges, actually doesn't it doesn't make you an analyst. Because analyst takes something additional stuff to be, whether it be private equity, whether it might be public equity, whether it might be mergers and acquisitions, whether it might be financial analyst. You have to be different from others. P&L, balance sheet, cash flows, so we will do. But that is, I will say, that is again very basic. I have no interest in telling you you have analyzed the P balance sheet. Useless. You should know it, but not to become an analyst. Probably many of you might be knowing how to do analysis of a company. But forecasting is the most difficult part to be an analyst. You might be a Harvard graduate, you might be a CA gold medalist, you might be a CFA. Your knowledge has nothing to do with the stock price. It is your gut feeling, and the more research you do on a daily basis will help you get a good role. And my past students have told the same thing, sir. Since the day we were talking about, every day we were talking about something, I was able to speak in the interview. And probably on the English part will be taken care by Vidya ma'am. But don't miss the 7 to 8 sessions in the evening. If you have anything to present, if you have any doubts, let me know before the class starts, or maybe a day before. So 10 to 11 a.m. we will have a doubt solving session. Probably, guys, I might not be available after that. I might not reply also to you. So please, if you have anything, 10 to 11 is the time I've kept it for everyone. Can come and ask any of your random doubts. Even if it's very basic doubts, I am totally fine. ऐसा मत करो कि सर को ये कैसे पूछे. I am here to help you. I am not a tutor. Again, I will say, मैं तुम्हारा tutor नहीं हूँ. I am your mentor. So ask me things which you feel that you are not able to do it. And जब और भी लोग कॉल पे होते, there is no harm in asking the doubt specifically in the class. अच्छा, but अगर तुमको कोई specific पूछना है तो बोलना कि सर क्लास के बाद एक बार हम कॉल करते हैं, या कॉल के टाइम I will remove everyone. You ask your doubts if it's anything personal. But probably 10 to 11 Rohan will pick up your call. Maybe someone else from my office. They might not be able to tell you if specific related to the class.
Sir,
Okay.
can I ask you one thing?
Mohit.
Sir, like in stock market, how the analyst is going to predict the price of a particular stock? Like suppose
प्राइस तो बहुत ऊपर की बात हो गई मोहित. पहले तो फोरकास्ट तो करो कि ग्रो होने वाला है, सेल्स ग्रो होने वाले कि नहीं. That's the
अच्छा,
first part.
okay.
Price comes at the last. No one will ask you how you predict prices. Because
Okay.
if it was that easy to predict prices, every analyst would have been a crorepati.
Okay.
है ना?
सर मेरे को कुछ पूछना
बराबर.
था.
हाँ, पूछो brother.
सर जैसे मेरे को बीएससी पर्सनल लेवल पे स्टॉक बहुत अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, तो मेरे को उस पर रिसर्च करना है, नॉट एज अ पार्ट ऑफ लाइक इंटरव्यू में प्रेजेंट करना है. तो वो मैं कर सकता हूँ, जैसे आपने अवॉइड करने को बोला है सेक्टर्स, तो वो मेरे को मतलब मैं थोड़ा करके मेरे को रिसर्च स्टार्ट करना है, तो वो मैं कर सकता हूँ कि अभी मैं पहले इंटरव्यू पे फोकस, मतलब जो सेक्टर्स इजी है उस पे फोकस करूँ.
प्रियांशु, क्या होगा ना, तुमने रिसर्च भी किया होगा. मैं तुमको बोलूं, बीएससी का ग्रोथ कैसे होने वाला है, क्या रीजन है?
सर
क्या बोलोगे?
उनके ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम्स बढ़ेंगे, लाइक
कैसे?
मतलब
कैसे?
वो सर मैंने न्यूज में पढ़ा था, मेरे को एग्जैक्टली याद नहीं है, बट
नहीं, तुम्हारा एनालिसिस बताओ ना, तुम ओनर हो. हाउ डू यू प्लान टू इंक्रीज योर सेल्स?
सर अभी मेरे को इतना आइडिया नहीं है, बट उनके रेगुलेशंस में थोड़ा सा मतलब ईज आउट होगा, तो उनके ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम्स में ग्रोथ हो सकती है.
तो ये ग्रोथ थी, ये तो तुम बोल रहे हो. पता है ग्रोथ कैसे होगी? इफ न्यू इन्वेस्टर्स एड्स, करेक्ट ना?
हाँ हाँ
डेटा है
हाँ.
तुम्हारे पास अभी कितने इन्वेस्टर है?
सर आपकी वॉइस ब्रेक हो रही है.
I asked you, do you know how many investors are there today who trades on BSC? What is the volume? Last 10 years का वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ क्या था?
नहीं सर.
नहीं ना, तो फिर क्या होगा? इवन इफ यू डू रिसर्च, ये सब अगर डेटा पॉइंट तुम्हारे पास नहीं है, देन रिसर्च करके मतलब भी क्या है? तुम सिर्फ टाइम पास कर रहे हो. ऐसा हो
अच्छा,
जाएगा,
okay.
ऐसा हो जाएगा.
सर
हमेशा
नहीं,
टॉकिंग.
अगर
हाँ, क्या बोल रहे हो?
हाँ सर, अगर वो मैं मतलब पूरा रिसर्च करके रखूँ और फिर प्रेजेंट करूँ तो भी तो चलेगा, या फिर तो भी डिफिकल्ट होगा?
नाउ द प्रॉब्लम इज, बीएससी के कॉम्पिटिटर्स कौन है? वापस
एनएससी है.
एनएससी है, बस दो ही, एक ही कॉम्पिटिटर है.
हाँ
से बीएससी इज अ बाय प्रोडक्ट, एंसिलरी है वो. खुद कुछ प्रोडक्ट
हाँ.
बेचती, खुद तो कुछ नहीं बेचती.
नहीं.
मतलब वो किसी पे डिपेंडेंट होता है.
हाँ.
से रिसर्च करने के लिए पर्सनल लेवल पे ठीक है, बट डोंट टॉक फ्रॉम कि मैंने इस पे रिसर्च किया था. तुमने पर्सनल किया, लिया, फॉरगेट इट. मैं भी याद लेता हूँ, कितने सारे स्टॉक ऐसे लेता हूँ, उन पे बात ही नहीं करता मैं. कि मेरे पास एक स्टॉक है टार्क
अच्छा.
फार्मास्यूटिकल, वो मुझे पता ही नहीं क्या करता, मेरे दोस्त ने बोला लेना, इसके लिए मैंने लिया था. ऐसा है. सो इफ यू आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट टॉकिंग
अच्छा.
थिंग्स, तो तुम्हारा रिसर्च विल बी टाइम वेस्टेड ना. टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा
हाँ
और कुछ
ओके
नहीं।
ओके
उससे अच्छा फोकस ऑन थिंग्स विच आर इजी। आई विल टेल ना,
ठीक है।
मेरे आज भी पोर्टफोलियो में HUL, मारुति, ब्रिटानिया, नेस्ले, ये सब प्रोडक्ट मैं यूज करता हूँ। उसके मेरे पास स्टॉक्स है, टॉप होल्डिंग में ये सभी है मेरे पास। दो आई एम अ फार्मा एनालिस्ट, मेरे पास है थोड़े बहुत स्टॉक्स, बट आई डोंट ट्रैक दिस ऑन अ डेली बेसिस। फार्मास्यूटिकल सेक्टर में क्या चलता है ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, इंडस्ट्री में रहा तब तक नहीं समझता है। इफ आई एम एन आउटसाइडर आई विल नेवर अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन फार्मास्यूटिकल ऑयल। बेसिक मैं चीजें यूज कर रहा हूँ, मुझे दिख रहा है ना यार, मैगी का कोई कॉम्पिटिटर आ रहा है, नेस्ले का कोई कॉम्पिटिटर आ रहा है, या नेस्ले इज ब्रिंगिंग सम न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स, मैरिको के प्रोडक्ट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, मैं खुद लेता हुआ मैरिको के दो, वो प्लिक्स का आया, पता है हार्दिक पांड्या ऐड कर रहा है प्लिक्स का।
अच्छा ओके।
तो यही देखता हूँ मैं, यही ध्यान रहता है मेरा पूरा, नई गाड़ी कौन सी आई बाहर, कौन सी नई स्कूटर दिख रही है। फिर अनलिस्टेड तो अनलिस्टेड, इफ इट्स एन होंडा स्कूटर, अच्छा होंडा इज गोइंग डूइंग गुड। नाउ इफ यू सी ना गो आउट, ग्रैंड विटारा, यू सी लॉट ऑफ ग्रैंड विटारास कंपेयर टू क्रेटास नाउअडेज। सर ध्यान रखना। तो दिख रहा है ना मारुति में
ओके
ग्रोथ हो रहा है। स्विफ्ट आजकल अल्ट्रॉस नहीं दिख रही है, बट स्विफ्ट दिख रही है ज्यादा। तो यही यही ध्यान रखता हूँ मैं आज
हाँ
बाहर जाके। फिर देन आई स्टार्ट, अभी स्विफ्ट कितना बिकता है, व्हाट इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्विफ्ट विच आर सोल्ड, वो सब मैंने वो ऑटोमोबाइल वर्कशॉप में किया है। ओके,
ओके
ये
ओके।
बेसिक हो जाता, तो बेसिक रिसर्च हो गया ना, तो क्यों फिर दिमाग लगाना है खाली फोकट। तुम कौन सा रस के वॉरेन बफे बनने वाले हो, इतना पैसा भी है तुम्हारे पास इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए।
हाँ सही
वो है ना,
बात है सर।
सही बात है ना, तो वही तो, फिर रिसर्च ही कर रहे हो तो बेसिक चीजों पे करो, ताकि यू विल बी हैप्पी। सी, इन इन एनालिसिस यू जस्ट हैव टू बीट निफ्टी, तुमको वॉरेन बफे नहीं बनना है। निफ्टी अगर नेगेटिव भी हुआ ना 10%, तुमने अगर तुम्हारा स्टॉक 5% नहीं गिरा है, यू आर गुड एनालिस्ट, इज अज्यूम, ऐसा है। तुम खाली फुकट वो मत जाओ कि मल्टी पैगर होगा यहाँ से, तुम हो भी गए मल्टी पैगर, कितना है पैसा तुम्हारे पास अभी,
हाँ
घर बेच के ले सकते हो, इतना रिसर्च है तुम्हारे पास, डैडी को कन्विंस
नहीं
कर सकते हो, डैडी घर बेच के हम
नहीं
BSE
सर।
का स्टॉक लेते हैं। तो जब तक
नहीं
इतना
सर।
कन्विक्शन नहीं आता ना, तब तक रिसर्च करना होता है। ओके,
हाँ ओके सर।
ओके, दिस
हाँ
इज हाउ आई
ओके
वर्क। कि मैं अगर मैं डैडी को कन्विंस नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ कि ये स्टॉक लेना चाहिए, तो नहीं है, मेरा रिसर्च अभी तक इनकम्प्लीट ही है। So
ओके
starting with one
ओके।
newspaper is enough, or using multiple is a good way. Rohit, so Economic Time, Financial Express, you can start. Multiple is better. Two news, na? It's two news a day will be fine. Because Financial Express have a lot of news about companies. Economic Time is specifically about the economy. So Financial Express, you get company specific news, market specific news, whereas in the Economic Times भी मिलता है, वहां पे भी मिलता है, बट वॉल्यूम्स कम होते हैं उसमें। भी होता है, ऐसा नहीं, दोनों में होता है। आई स्टार्टेड रीडिंग इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स एंड स्लोली मूव्ड ऑन टू फाइनेंशियल एक्सप्रेस। बट एक बार गो थ्रू करना होता है ना, सी, यू गेट एट अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, जस्ट गो थ्रू कौन सा, विच एवर आर्टिकल यू लाइक, जस्ट रीड इट। विच एवर आर्टिकल आई टू डू दैट, विच एवर आर्टिकल आई लाइक, आई टू रीड इट। सी, यहाँ पे भी होता है इकोनॉमी का पेज, दिस इज अ बेटर पेज। तो फाइनेंशियल एक्सप्रेस इज प्रिफर्ड ओवर योर इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स, आई विल से दैट। Financial Express is preferred over Economic Times. Okay.
सर
हाँ
सर
हाँ
अभी 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 के लिए टास्क सिर्फ न्यूज़लेटर बनाना है और कुछ टास्क नहीं
हाँ,
है।
अभी दे रहा हूँ। अभी मैं ऑटोमोबाइल का हमारा वर्कशॉप हुआ था एक, ठीक है, तो वर्कशॉप का ना मैंने यहाँ पे एक फोल्डर है, मैं तुमको इसका लिंक भेजता हूँ, ऑटोमोबाइल वर्कशॉप का, जस्ट सेंडिंग इट। ये वर्कशॉप एक हुआ था, 5 days का वर्कशॉप था। जिन्होंने अटेंड किया है, प्रोबेबली स्टार्ट मेकिंग अ रिपोर्ट ऑन इट। तुम्हारा ये वीक में वही टास्क है, बिकॉज 21st अगेन देयर विल बी updates coming by 1st October. So those who have attended the workshop probably start making a report. कल ही बात हुई थी रिपोर्ट बनाने की, कैसे बनाना है। Those who have not attended it, I will suggest, sorry, I will send the link in the group. ये सिर्फ लिंक पे इसमें ना I'll show ऑटोमोबाइल वर्कशॉप पे, देयर आर 5 रिकॉर्डिंग्स है। डे 3 वो कॉल कट हो गया था, इसलिए 2 पार्ट्स है। एंड यहाँ पे मैंने एक छोटा सा मेरा एक्सेल फाइल भी डाला है, तो यू हैव टू फिल दिस एक्सेल फाइल फॉर लास्ट 1 year डेटा, अप्रैल से लेके लास्ट 24th अप्रैल से टुडे इट इज सितंबर। 21 अप्रैल से सितंबर तक डेटा ये वीडियो में दिया है, सब डेटा फ्रॉम द कंपनी पर्सपेक्टिव मतलब मॉडल वाइज एंड योर कंपनी प्रेस रिलीज इज प्रेफर्ड, और मॉडल वाइज क्योंकि ना मारुति कितना एसयूवी बिकता है, कितना हैचबैक बिकता है, वो सब तुमको ये वर्कशॉप में पता चल जाएगा। सम इफ फंक्शन मैंने डाले हैं, मैंने सिर्फ प्रेस रिलीज के बारे में किया। यू हैव टू मेक इट, प्रेस रिलीज भी करना है एंड यू हैव टू ऑल्सो मेक इट अबाउट द टोटल कार्स दैट आर सोल्ड ऑफ इन इंडिया। तो जस्ट देख लेना वर्कशॉप, दोज आर फ्री, ये वीक में यही काम करना। दिस इज योर फर्स्ट टास्क, बिकॉज नेक्स्ट वीक वापस ही आएगा। तो ऐसा अज्यूम्ड है कि एक वीक में एक रिपोर्ट तुम्हारा बना के होना चाहिए, मतलब सैटरडे तक, नेक्स्ट सैटरडे तक आई विल अज्यूम कि तुम्हारा एक रिपोर्ट बना के हो गया। बेसिक ही है, 2 व्हीलर्स 3 व्हीलर्स 4 व्हीलर्स पे रिपोर्ट बनानी है, ये वर्कशॉप पे
सर
दिया है।
सर रिपोर्ट का फॉर्मेट
हाँ दिया है, सब मैंने सब दिया है, आई पुट एवरीथिंग इन देयर। ये लास्ट मैंने रिपोर्ट राइटिंग में वाला फॉर्मेट दिया है। एक रिपोर्ट भी मैं भेज देता हूँ, सॉरी एक रिपोर्ट भेजना था, आई थिंक मुझे सिद्धांत ने बोला था भेजने को, जस्ट सेंड इट इन द ग्रुप। भी फॉर्मेट वैसे का वैसे नहीं, वो तो उसने बनाया है, तुमको सिमिलर बनाना है। ओके, वैसे का वैसा नहीं कॉपी पेस्ट करना है। उसका वैसे भी जुलाई के नंबर है, तुम्हारे तो अगस्त के नंबर होंगे। तो मैंने एक ग्रुप पे डाला है अभी, मैंने थोड़ा अलग रिपोर्ट फॉर्मेट बताया है इसमें, तुम्हारे वीडियो में जो है वो अलग रिपोर्ट फॉर्मेट बताया है। सो वो वैसा फॉलो करना है, इसने अपने हिसाब से बनाया, बट एटलीस्ट स्टार्ट मेकिंग इट। Those who have not got the access, I am sharing it in the group. Okay, मैं डाला है, वो सिर्फ उस पे लिंक पे डालना, I will give you the access. किसके जो those who have joined new, probably you know I don't have the email IDs, वहाँ पे G Drive पे जाके this is your task, 5 days है, तो तुम्हारे 1.5 में देखोगे, पूरे दिन में बैठोगे तो 2 दिन में वीडियोस देख के हो जाने चाहिए। वीडियोस के साथ साथ तुम कर भी सकते हो। फंक्शन वाले सम में फॉर इंडेक्स मैच यूज हुआ है, प्रोबेबली लर्न दैट फंक्शन अगेन, वो हम वापस करने वाले, बट अगर पहले से तुम्हारे पास थोड़ा हेड्स अप हो तो अच्छा
सर
है।
आप वो समिट वगैरह वापस से बताएंगे या फिर वो आपका एसी सीखना पड़ेगा ऑटोमोबाइल वाले से?
वहां पे मैंने बहुत बार किया है, तो एलन एक बार हो जाएगा ना, तुमको वही डाउट्स हुआ ना तो आस्क मी इन द मॉर्निंग कॉल्स, दैट
नो
इज
सर,
व्हाट।
लाइक आई एम सेइंग, लाइक जैसे कि आपने आज से इंट्रोडक्शन EM13 के लिए चालू किया, तो उनको आप
हाँ,
वापस से समिट्स वगैरह फिर से एक्सेल का सारा शॉर्टकट्स आप वापस से बताएंगे या फिर हम लोग को ये ऑटोमोबाइल ही देखकर समझना पड़ेगा?
सी आई विल डू इट अगेन प्रोबेबली व्हेन अभी कब आएगा ना, वो शायद से कभी तो एंड में आ जाएगा, ठीक है क्या, कभी तो बीच में आ जाएगा, आई विल नॉट से कि कल ही आएगा। सो फिर तब तक क्या है ना, एटलीस्ट ट्राई वर्किंग ऑन इट।
ओके
वैसे भी इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विद आवर वर्कशॉप, ये सिर्फ एक बेसिक वर्कशॉप था जहाँ पे तुमको पता होना चाहिए ऑटोमोबाइल में क्या चल रहा है। इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विद फाइनेंस, ये बेसिक वर्कशॉप था। नंबर्स आए वो हमने पंच किए, उतना ही था, कुछ भी P&L बैलेंस शीट कैश फ्लोज कुछ नहीं था वहां पे। ओके, तो जब मैं इंडेक्स मैक्स नेक्स्ट टाइम यूज करूंगा तो प्रोबेबली यू विल नो ना कि ये गलत कहाँ पे जा रहा था मैं। सम इफ जब वापस यूज करेंगे तो यू ऑलरेडी हैव अ हेड्स अप। ओके,
सर 1 ईयर का डेटा लेना है।
1 ईयर अप्रैल से, फ्रॉम अप्रैल टू 1 ईयर से ज्यादा हो गया, हर एक महीने का।
ठीक
ठीक है,
सर मॉडल वाइज भी लेना है ना ऑटो पंडित से?
हाँ मॉडल वाइज भी लेना है, यस ऑटो
ओके
पंडित से मॉडल वाइज भी लेना
ओके
है।
ओके।
मैं फिर भी एक फाइल डाल के रखता हूँ यहाँ पे, किसी ने बनाया था, तुम चाहिए तो वहां से नंबर्स ले लेना, आई थिंक।
ऑटो पंडित से ले लूंगा वो डायरेक्टली।
हाँ,
हाँ
मैं फिर भी एक फाइल डाल के रखता हूँ, एक स्टूडेंट ने बनाया था,
ठीक
उसका
है।
थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे था, तुम पंच करके रख देना ताकि आगे काम में आए।
एक्चुअली मैं आपको दोपहर को मैसेज डालने वाला था, वो इंडेक्स फंक्शन मैच नहीं हो रहा था लेकिन हो गया वो। मैं
हो गया,
15-20 मिनट लगा रहा उस
अच्छा
पे।
ओके। एक सेकंड, मैं ना इसमें एक फाइल अपलोड करता हूँ, जस्ट अपलोडिंग वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स फाइल, जित का फाइल है, उसने नंबर्स डाले हैं, ये तुम नंबर्स तुम मत करना क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सारे उसने हिसाब से बनाया, तुमको कभी समझेगा नहीं, तुम सिर्फ रॉ फाइल उसका उठाना, वहां से नंबर्स कॉपी करना।
ओके, आपने दिखाया था वो लास्ट टाइम से
हाँ तो
पीडीएफ
तो मैंने यहाँ पे डाल के रखा है, ठीक है, यू
ठीक
कैन,
है सर।
ओके यू कैन हैव अ लुक एट इट, दैट तुमको बताने के लिए हो कि हमने कुछ तो किया है। उसके फाइल में
हाँ
मत करना, उसके फाइल में करने जाओगे सब कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेट हो जाएगा।
ओके सर
उसके
ओके।
फाइल से सिर्फ नंबर्स लेना ताकि तुमको वही कॉपी पेस्ट करने की जरूरत ना पड़े,
ना पड़े हाँ।
ठीक है।
ठीक हाँ।
ओके, उसमें भी काफी सारे नंबर उसके मिसिंग है, देख लेना बराबर डाल रहा है कि नहीं।
ओके ओके, वो पीडीएफ ऑटोकंप्लीट का देख के ही करता हूँ उधर से।
हाँ, यस यस। ओके ओके गाइस,
ओके
think we
So,
have
sir, one
discussed.
question I have, can I ask?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, actually, as you told us to write a report or post a report on LinkedIn, link on a
Newsletter.
on a daily basis or a
Hmm.
newsletter. So, as I'm working, it is not possible for me to attain the 10 to 11 morning call from Monday to Friday. So, what can I do for this thing? I
Yeah.
mean,
So what you can do is, Mahesh, you can always send me a voice note on a daily basis.
okay,
Writing news, you can do it whenever you are free. Probably morning is recommended, क्योंकि वो लेट हो जाएगा तो कुछ मतलब नहीं है at the end कि तुम लास्ट में देख रहे हो. Morning, every morning, probably try to write a newsletter and post it. And whenever you post the newsletter, also send me a voice note कि तुमको ये
okay,
present क्या करना था. Better.
okay,
Just
okay.
so I will also understand whether तुमको इंग्लिश में बात करने आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा.
नहीं आ रहा है, right,
Okay,
right.
fine. So just send a voice note. Those who are working, please send me a voice note so I will also know that you are working on something. वरना मुझे
Right.
लगेगा यार तुम सिर्फ लेक्चर अटेंड कर रहे हो.
Right.
And हाँ guys, one more update. Just whenever you write a newsletter, वो मुझे भी WhatsApp पे भेजना on the 77 number. Okay, the office number. Just send me on the WhatsApp, everyone. Whenever you write a newsletter, because those only newsletters you will present it in the morning.
Sure.
All the links are there in the group description. तो चाहिए तो वापस बता देता हूँ. Group description में सब के सब links है यहाँ पे. There are all the links over here. अगर कुछ changes होते हैं तो I will let you know. But ये will be fixed. Meeting IDs भी है. Link भी है. Weekend training. This is for your interview preparation. This is for your morning call. If there's any change, ये सब रोज होते हैं calls. I am available every day almost. 7 दिन हम रोज बात करते हैं. It is just that अगर मैं कभी नहीं हूँ, I am busy, so I will let you know in advance. Okay? But don't assume कि सर ने आज
सर
अपडेट नहीं किया तो
सैंपल
क्लास
न्यूज
नहीं है.
पेपर
वो ये भेजा ना तुमको सैंपल
सर
न्यूज.
सैंपल न्यूज लेटर.
तेरा भेजा है यहाँ पे ये लिंक.
ओके
ओके, तो ये भी डाल देता हूँ. ठीक है, फॉर योर, तुमने बोला ये
ओके,
तो.
थैंक यू.
I will put it in the group description only. Sample newsletter format.
सर ड्राइव वाला लिंक ओपन नहीं हो रहा है, वो
कौन सा?
अप्रूवल्स मांग रहा है। ड्राइव वाला जो आपने लास्ट वाला
हाँ
भेजा
भेजो ना,
है
मैं करता हूँ, अप्रूवल करता हूँ.
ओके ओके
सबके लिए एक्सेस नहीं था तो तुम्हारे आईडी नहीं है इसके लिए तुमको मांगा है, मैं कर देता हूँ.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू।
सर मेरा भी ड्राइव का इशू है एक्चुअली, वो
अरे
email
ये
का.
दिखा रहा होगा ना. एक सेकंड ना, मैं जिसने भेजा है आई विल जस्ट 1 सेकंड. अभी मैं अप्रूव कर देता हूँ सो दैट अदर्स जिनके पास नहीं है प्लीज सेंड मी द रिक्वेस्ट. मैं यहाँ से अप्रूव करता हूँ. आशुतोष, हाँ आशुतोष इज देयर. हेमंत, okay, Hemant, I will approve you. Special. Is Ashutosh?
Got it, sir.
Correct. सब देख लेना एक बार आया कि नहीं. Finish.
So I've also sent it you the request.
Sorry.
Nikhil.
Bhavin, okay, Bhavin. Okay. Yes, yes. Fine. Everyone done?
सर मेरा भी
No,
मैंने
sir.
Just send me ना, sir. Send a request on that.
सर भेजा मैंने लेकिन
एक
सर
सेकंड, आई
आया।
just send your email ID in the group. I will just upload it. जिनका नहीं है, आप just send me email
So
ID in
the email group is only admins operated.
No, you can. So you cannot once put. Yeah, you can send it now. Send the
Thank you,
messages.
sir.
Yeah. Just send me so that I can approve it now only. Okay, Lakshman, I will do it.
The data should be of past financial year for every
Which one?
month.
Past, not past, every month from April 24 to August 25. April 24 to
Okay,
August 25.
okay, sir.
Okay, Nikhil. Okay, then it is Priyanshu. Okay. So I'm sending, just a minute. Daniel, तुम्हारे पास नहीं है क्या? Yeah. Let's have shared to everyone. Please, so start. Ye week is your task. I will again update in the group what is your task. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a nice day ahead. अपना भी दिन बचा है. And enjoy the
थैंक यू।
पाकिस्तान मैच. बताओ मुझे क्या ऑब्जर्व किया तुमने. ऑब्जर्व पाकिस्तान के मैच में, इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच में क्या ऑब्जर्व किया. आई ऑब्जर्व समथिंग. Let's discuss tomorrow ads में. Let me tell what you observe, that where can you invest, कौन से कंपनी ग्रो हो रही है and why, या फिर तुमको क्या दिख रहा है मैचेस में आसपास. ग्रो थिंक, सोचो जरा. मैंने कुछ देखा है. लेट्स सी कि तुमको और मुझे वो सेम दिख रहा है क्या. ओके.
Sure, sir, sure.
Okay, sir, sure.
ओके.
Thank you, sir.
Can we
Thank you,
leave
sir.
now?
Yeah, you can leave. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome everyone.